flipped my car. I was home from college, driving to my friend Adam's house on the morning of New Year's Day. You may guess that I was hungover. I was not. I was a good Christian boy who thought drinking was for losers. But I had stayed up late, drinking Martinelli's sparkling cider and playing catchphrase with my Christian friends. When I left my mom's house, it was perhaps 10 a.m., and it had just begun to rain. I heard somewhere that the road is slickest just as the rain begins, because the water lifts the accumulated soot and dirt off the asphalt, making it slippery. I was driving my mom's extra car, a Ford Explorer from the early 90s. The seatbelts didn't latch. The tires were bald, as smooth as marble. But I didn't think of any of that. I was young, and I got in the car with no seatbelts and bald tires because I wanted to hang out with my friends and play Nintendo 64. The drive was only a few miles, but it snaked through the hills south of Nashville. S-curved rivers of pavement connecting neighborhoods hidden in maple, buckeye, and oak. That morning, I was playing Tori Amos's A Sort of Fairy Tale, loud and full in the doomed car. I remember being thrilled when she sang about driving up on the 101, as I finally knew what that was, going to college in Los Angeles. On Granny White Pike, while navigating a curve that is now forever burned into my limbic system, I felt my car detach from the normal rules of physics. My stomach knew before my mind. I was floating, disconnected from the road, and rotating. Adrenaline tingled across my ribcage. The car spun counterclockwise, turning perpendicular to the lane I'd been driving in, at which point the tires found just enough purchase to launch the vehicle off the road. On both sides of the road were steep, upward-sloping hills. My car jammed itself up the incline, crunching bushes like paper lanterns, and then barrel-rolled back down into the ditch. Remember, my seatbelt didn't buckle, so as the vehicle began rolling, I was ripped from the driver's seat, my legs dragging across the gear shift like noodles. My head slammed into the passenger window, breaking it. Then the car rolled again and I was flung to the driver's seat, breaking that window too. I remember the airbag coming out of the glove compartment very slowly, white powder everywhere as if a balloon of flour had popped. Then the car came to a stop in the muddy ditch, passenger window to the ground, and me somehow back on that side, crumpled like spilled spaghetti and my head in the mud. In the strange new stillness, Tori Amos was singing, "I'm so sad, like a good book I can't put this day back. It's a sort of fairy tale." I would have expected her voice to be crackly or distorted, like in a movie crash scene, but she sounded perfect. A win for Ford's stereo department. With my body scrunched in the passenger seat, my mind came back online. Wow, I think I'm okay. Am I in shock? I feel fine. Get up. I pushed a hand into the mud, folded my legs underneath me, and contorted myself upright. As I stood all the way up and popped my head out of the driver's side window, I heard a man's voice yelling, "Don't move, stay there!" He was walking my way from a station wagon with a woman and 3 kids inside. "I'm fine, I feel fine," I said. "Okay, well, lie down," he said as he reached me. As I finished crawling out the driver's window, I caught myself in the side view mirror. I had blood all over my face. I guess enough adrenaline was running through me that I didn't feel shock at the sight of it, just disconnected curiosity. I put my hand in my jaw and it felt fine. But then I touched my scalp and felt 100 little bits of glass. When a windshield shatters, it's designed to break into tiny pieces so the shards don't stab us dead. The glass had made its home in my scalp, sending blood down my face like a Carrie reference. I remember thinking, no wonder this man is worried about me. I'm a horror movie. I assured him I was fine, and then I heard the sirens. That was fast, I thought. It may not have been fast, I'm not sure. Danger collapses time into soup. The man and the station wagon disappear from my memory here. I was surprised when a fire truck showed up. Why not an ambulance? But 4 or 5 firemen jumped out and ran over to me. They instructed me to lie on my back. I'm fine.